Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Fat God Thor here. Now, NBA Live Mobile Season 6 has been out for just under a month, and we're going to be taking a look at whether it's good, whether it's not good, basically reviewing the game. So let's take a look at it. Okay, so like I said, it has been out for now a month, and a lot of people have decided to quit. A lot of people have decided to stay. People have mixed opinions about the game. Now, we're going to be going through what I think as well as what other people think in the community. One thing I want you guys to do is make sure you smash that like button. Let's see if we can get up to 100 likes on this video, because the more likes, it is more likely to spread to more people, and hopefully it even gets up to EA so they can make some improvements with the game. I doubt that'll ever happen, but make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new for a ton of NBA Live Mobile videos. Comment down below exactly what your thoughts and opinions are on the game at the moment. So let's just go through with the people who have basically just started this season, and I think most people who have started this season who are actually just completely new to the game like the game, because they haven't seen like previous stuff. They haven't seen season 4, they haven't seen all season 5, or even before that season 1, 2 and 3. They haven't seen that sort of stuff, so this is a completely new game for them. And I think if you are completely new starting off, you will start to appreciate the game a lot, because there isn't really a mobile basketball game like this one. Yes, we have NBA 2K Mobile. Yes, we have NBA 2K, I think, Arcade Edition or whatever. And also, I think there's a new game, NBA Now 22. But they are nowhere near as good as NBA Live Mobile in that regard, because if you think about it, NBA 2K Mobile and NBA 2K22 Arcade Edition, they're both sort of, you need a good enough device to be able to play it, whereas this game you could pretty much play on any single device, which is pretty good. It's more accessible. And then NBA Now 22, like, it is a portrait mode rather than a landscape like this one. But I think there's still so many steps that EA could take to improve the game, but out of them four, I think this game over here is a lot more accessible, and that's what makes it a little bit better. And I think if you are starting the game brand new and you're just starting and this is your very first season, or even if you come from NBA Live Mobile Season 1 and you haven't played the game for a long time, I think you will start to enjoy the season a little bit, because there's a load of stuff that we haven't seen before, or you haven't seen before if you just started completely brand new. But then there's the other side of people like me who've been playing since season 4, since even season 1. I've been playing this game for ages, and there's a lot of things that we kind of needed to change, because this gameplay is pretty much the same as it was throughout the whole season of season 4, season 5, and now into season 6. It's pretty much exactly the same. Yes, they've made a couple of minor tweaks here and there, improving it in little bits, but there are still major parts of the game. Like, this season 6 is basically a continuation of season 5, which a lot of people thought it was going to be a huge redo of the whole season like we've had previously. But EA didn't really, in my opinion, announce it right. They called it a whole new season and all that stuff. I think they should have just kept it at season 5, like a continuation of it. Just said, oh, we're releasing the overalls, we're resetting them to back down to 0 pretty much. So you're going to start again fresh. You're going to keep some stuff here and there, but it isn't going to be a completely new season. It's just going to be season 5 but redone without the bugs. Because if you remember, in season 5 we had a bunch of bugs, and yes, they have got rid of most of them. There are still a couple when you go into some promos and all that stuff, and there's still some stuff that needs to be fixed here and there, but it is a lot better when it comes to the bug side of things than in season 5, because when we had season 5, at the beginning, there was just an absolute insane amount of bugs, which did actually ruin the game a little bit. So that was a downside of season 5. But then going into season 6, they have taken some changes to actually improve the bugs. There's less of them, and they are a little bit better. The game's running a little bit smoother and all that stuff, but there is still quite a lot of improvements that need to be made. So starting off with campaigns, for example, campaigns right now, there isn't really much to do. Yes, you can play through, you can get a 77 overall player. That's not going to be any use to anyone really, as long as you're playing the promos at the moment. Because if you can see here, the monthly master players, yes, we're going to get them at the end of the month, but they are 88 overall. You look at the masters in the promos, they're 88 overall. You're getting some 86s. I've been playing 2 of the promos that have been out. 75th anniversary of Mad Scientist. My team's already got 87, 85 overall players. I'm not going to have any use for the players in the campaigns, and that's what we had last season. There were 2 main issues that we had with campaigns last season, and that was that there was no consistency. They kept releasing one, and then they would wait ages and release another one. They fixed that, and now they're going to drop one every 2 weeks, which is better. But again, the other problem we had in season 5, which is still facing, is that there is no real incentive to actually play these, because you're not getting a good enough reward at the end of it. So they have fixed one of the 2 problems, and I think, in my opinion, campaigns is one of the sections of the game which has the most amount of potential, but just isn't being used to its fullest potential, in my opinion. There's so much stuff you could do with campaigns that EA sort of aren't doing and all that stuff. And then you come to the promos. Now again, this is going to be completely different whether you're starting the game completely new and you haven't played before, or whether you've played for a while now, because if you played for a while now, you're going into these promos, you're thinking, oh, this is copy and paste and all that stuff. It's exactly the same as to what we had last season with a couple of tweaks here and there. It's not actually that fun. Whereas if you're starting off completely brand new, then you are going to find the promos really enjoyable because you haven't played them before. And that's the main thing. Like when you go to a promo, when you actually play through a single promo, you think this is amazing. Like in season 5, when we had the Team of the Year promo, that was probably one of the best promos we had, if not the best promo that we had in season 5. And that made it so fun to actually play through. And that was probably one of the only promos out of the whole season where I actually really want to play this promo, and I just absolutely grinded it. And it reminded me, like in season 1 when I was playing through some of those promos, making sure that I was playing every single day, playing as much as I can. Whereas then when they repeated the promo, the Team of the Year promo, they repeated the same format for the highlight reel promo and some other promos that we had. And even at the beginning of season 6, we were starting off the first promo that we had, the NBA 75th anniversary, was basically the same format as that very first Totti promo. And it is a good format. I can't say it isn't, because it is a really nice format, but it's the fact that we've had it so many times that it's not actually that special anymore. Like the very first time we had it, it was really fun to play through, but now every time we see it, we're like, oh, it's still another one of those promos. Yes, you know exactly what you're going to get. Yes, you feel familiar with the promos, you know what you can get, what you can't get, and all that stuff. But it is just nice to see when you have a little bit of a variation in a promo, where you have something completely new. And I know it is hard, even with any game and even with movies, like every single time you have another release of a movie, like say you have sequels and all that stuff to a movie or even a game, it does get harder and harder to keep people engaged in the game, because you're changing some stuff, or there's only so much you can do if you think about it with promos. But I think instead of going back to season 4 promos or season 5 promos, go back to some season 1 promos, because season 1 promos were some of the best promos we've ever had in the game. And that you can pretty much ask anyone who ever played season 1 and plays the game now. You could probably bet that they would say that season 1 promos are on another level compared to the promos that we're getting now. So yeah, it goes back to that, exactly the same thing. Like if you're starting brand new with this game, you'll really enjoy it starting off and playing it. And I do recommend you try it out and play it, because it is going to be really fun. If you're just getting into basketball as well, or you've been a long time fan of basketball, it is going to be really fun for you to actually go through and play this game. But again, if you played in season 5 and you gave up, I don't think season 6 is going to do it for you. In my opinion, you could give it a go and see how it is, but I think if you really didn't like season 5 with all the stuff that we had, I don't think you'd like season 6, because it is pretty much the exact same thing. Yes, they changed the boost structures up a little bit, which was something we needed, but I was thinking we could maybe do that in a whole new season in a whole new way. But I don't know what EA have planned, because a lot of people have been saying that they have something big planned. K-Quinn66, a game changer, has been saying there is something big in the pipeline coming, but we have no idea what it is. And I really wish we did know exactly what it was, because the amount of people that have dropped off the game, like you're seeing it now with YouTube views, the amount of people interacting with the community, numbers are down for everyone. And it is just sad to see, because you'd expect, like with a new season, you could get some more people into the game, but the amount of people that stopped season 5 like after the first few weeks and then came back to the game in season 6 thinking it was going to be completely new, and then it's not, and they just decide to quit. And the amount of people that got bored of season 5 and then thought season 6 was going to be new also quit as well. Even if we have like dates as to when stuff is going to happen, like this big thing that EA keep talking about, like Nick and K-Quinn keep talking about it, or just mentioning it here and there, if we knew stuff about it, like when it was going to drop, yes, I know that it would be hard to like come up with an exact date that we were going to get this stuff if it was just in the pipeline and if you've just got that concept down. I know that is going to be difficult, but if we just had like a rough idea, say EA said, oh, it's going to come around January time or next year, we know what to go for, we know what's going to happen with the game, and when that does drop, it will be really nice, hopefully. But we have no idea what the heck it's going to be. We have no idea whether it's going to be good, whether it's going to be bad. Some people have said it's going to make or break the game. We have no clue as to what this update is going to be, whether it's going to be a whole thing to do with the game, whether it's just going to be a little mode here and there. We have no idea what it is. So yeah, that's sort of like deviated a little bit from the topic where we're just reviewing season 6 at the moment. But yeah, limited time events, the promos, they're okay, but they're a bit copy and pasted. Like I said, if you're new to the game, it will be really nice. If you're not, it won't be as good, because you will have sort of played these promos before. Showdown's pretty good. I don't know why we're playing with our multi-year lineup at the moment, because it does get a little bit confusing with matchmaking. I know EA are trying to fix that at the moment, but yeah. And then going into like leagues is always the same. I think there's still so much stuff that we could do with leagues. Sets, they're pretty good with updating the sets again, like with the mode masters we've got, like Stephen Curry, like these guys, Kevin Garnett, they are pretty good with updating that, and hopefully they will update that going throughout the whole season. But there's still no incentive really to play leagues, and I think we do need a league versus league master. Seasons, again, there's still so much stuff we could add to the game. And I know a lot of people, like I think people who are playing like NBA 2K or Arcade Edition or something, I think Books is like a 2K mobile YouTuber, he was saying stuff, because I do watch his videos sometimes, he was saying stuff like, you don't know what you have until it's gone. And I think if we got rid of this whole game, then you'd be searching for an alternative to play to this game. And there isn't isn't really anything quite like NBA Live Mobile. Yes, like I said, you had 2K Mobile, you've got the Apple Arcade Edition, but they're not as accessible. They're not the same as NBA Live Mobile in pretty much every way. You haven't got these promos that are out in 2K Mobile, I don't think. You haven't got these promos in Apple Arcade Edition. It's not exactly the same, and Books just summed it up perfectly, and his video was on a completely different thing, but you don't know what you have until it's gone. And I think this is really highlighted when we actually have like the servers shut down, or when people aren't able to log into the game. The amount of people that are like, oh, I can't log into the game, what am I going to do, thinking about, oh, they've missed out on so much of the promo. You don't know what you have until it's gone. So I'm kind of saying be grateful for the game, but on top of that, we do need some massive updates. And even just with all this clarification to do with like all the stuff that's coming to the game, what EA have in mind, patch notes, all that stuff. I've been saying this since like season 5 when we've had that game, and if you want to go check out, I know the video isn't really as relevant, but I think it still is relevant when it comes to talking about all the new improvements that we could get in a new season. Go check out my season 6 wish list. As I said, it is a little bit outdated, but it does have some of the stuff that I thought we could change, and some of it they have delivered on in season 6, which is a continuation of season 5, but I still think there's so much stuff we can still have. But yeah, this video was sort of like me just rambling on, explaining about the game, how I'm feeling with the game, because at the moment I'm not really playing it a huge amount. I've looked at how much like I'm using the game, and apart from recording, I'm probably only spending about 5 minutes actually playing the game, other than when I'm recording, helping you guys get some stuff in the game, doing some gameplay, doing some pack openings and all that stuff. But at the moment I'm not really that motivated to play. I think we just need a huge amount of stuff to happen with the game and hopefully help it out. But that is going to be it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. As I said, it's more of me just sitting down, talking, expressing my feelings about the game, rather than actually telling you how to get something and all that stuff. But if you're new to the channel, then I recommend you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I will be trying to also do some NBA videos here and there. Leave a like on the video, comment down below exactly what your thoughts are on the game, whether you like it, whether you don't like it, what you think's wrong with it, what you think EA could improve with it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.